All right, welcome to our Mental Toughness Monday. This is a great time to learn about some essential oils and learn about how to be mentally tough from our 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World class. So, our oil for today is Douglas fir. However, I can't get my app to open and my book is in the other room. So, does somebody have their book
I've got it
handy?
open.
Go ahead.
Douglas fir is the oil of generational wisdom. Douglas fir and white fir share many similar qualities. However, Douglas fir lives a longer life and would be considered the older and wiser of the two trees. They both address generational issues by inviting individuals to break free from destructive traditions passed down through their families. Douglas fir assists individuals to live according to their own conscience and values by letting go of harmful patterns. It teaches that each generation can be a gift of new life, new growth, and new beginnings. Similarly, Douglas fir can also assist with increasing the bond within one's family. It encourages healthy family dynamics where people and meaningful relationships are valued over blind loyalty to traditions. Additionally, Douglas fir teaches individuals to learn from and value others' experiences, especially one's family and ancestors. It encourages respect for one's elders and ancestral heritage. Douglas fir reminds the individual that valuable wisdom can be obtained by learning from the past, especially from individuals who are older, wiser, and more experienced.
I love this.
That'd be a great one to put on when you're doing genealogy, right?
Right? Also good for Thanksgiving.
Oh, there you go. So, and aromatically, you can inhale it from the bottle, diffuse, or place drops in your hand, rub, and inhale. Topically, you apply 1 to 3 drops on the base or spine or bottom of feet. Negative emotions or feel less generational issues, family issues, burdened. And positive properties would be generational healing, respect for elders, and wisdom learning from the past.
Nice.
Yep, definitely a Thanksgiving thing.
Right?
Oh my word. It almost smells like there's an apple in there. Did you smell that? It just was a tiny bit on my finger, and I thought, I smell apple.
Yeah, maybe just a titch.
It's sweet.
That's
It's kind of
fun.
a sweetie smell, huh? Thank you
I
for helping me get
Oh, I am out. There's barely something in there.
I found
yeah,
something.
mine is out too. I think I've been out for a little while and I didn't even realize, but I'm pretty sure I have none of that right now.
Let's check the
Okay,
stash.
well, any thoughts about Douglas fir? How you're going to use it, how you have used it,
Obviously, we've used it, right?
right? We like it.
It must be in a
Obviously.
lot of protocols or rollers that we've made or something.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that we did.
I think it's really good for um, respiratory issues too, if I remember correct. Okay, so it's this is from the Essential Life app. The top uses and ailments are mental fog and low energy, depression and tension, and also for congestion and sinus issues, respiratory
Mhm.
infection and cough, muscle and joint soreness, rheumatic and arthritic conditions, also constipation, skin irritations and cuts, cellulite and skin cleansing, and emotional balance. So there's a lot of good uses for Douglas fir.
Hmm.
There you go. And Um, I think, isn't this the tree that's like the weed in New Zealand
I
that
don't know.
they harvest it from there because it grows really, really well, but it was actually introduced. Yeah, it became a very invasive species. And it invaded huge areas of land and prevented their indigenous plant growth. So, in order to reclaim farmland and return balance to the native ecosystem, harvesting Douglas fir is imperative to preventing the further spread of the invasive species. So, it has all those good properties about it. But when they brought it to New Zealand in 1859, they did not realize what they were doing because they needed it for timber in the area, but now it has just like totally taken over. So anyway, that I remember watching one of the videos of the harvesters and how like it's just such a powerful because it's literally a weed. Like they get paid to harvest it and then they also sell it to doTERRA. I think New Zealand, the New Zealand government. I don't know that for that part for sure, but anyway, it's weed control. So there you go.
Nice. Which fur is it that's no longer available? Is it white fur?
I think white fur. Yeah. And I think they brought Douglas fir and said this one will work too.
That's similar qualities.
Yeah. Yep.
They brought
Hey,
Siberian back.
About
Siberian.
Si- Siberian fir is one that you can get regularly.
That one is fantastic for throat and colds and sore throats and all kinds of stuff. And I was thinking that was the one they replaced it, the white fur with, possibly.
Oh,
But it's a
hmm.
bigger bottle and you can afford to drink a little bit of that.
Wait, do you drink the furs? I didn't think you did.
not Douglas fir,
Siberian fur is an internal.
is it?
I believe so. It's a really good one. Like we use it like on guard and colds and stuff. Let me go look at the bottle.
Yeah, well, it does say, if I flip to that internal, take 1 to 2 drops under the tongue in a capsule or in water for Siberian fir.
There
Yeah,
you go. So now
yeah,
you know.
it's a good one. And white fur was not internal either. So that might be why they switched it.
All right. Are we on 97?
Well, depending on if you look at last week or this week. If we're keeping going, it's 98. If we missed
So
last week,
nobody,
it's 90.
yeah, nobody showed up last week, so I didn't show up either. So there you go.
So we're doing 97.
So we'll do 97 because we still need that. We still need the good words. All right, champions praise people lavishly and often. Appreciative words are the most powerful force for good on earth. That was a quote by George W. Crane. Amateur performers tend to see praise as a luxury to be passed on sparingly to others from time to time. Champions use praise as an integral component for their everyday action interactions with others. Most people are literally starving for praise due to the fact that 95% of the population are amateurs in the art of interpersonal communication. And this was like how many years ago?
Mhm.
Now we have reports of many people not having any interpersonal communication skills at all. Emotional creatures have a high need and some even a mild addiction to the sweet sounding words of encouragement and recognition. Professional performers are careful not to praise the same person too often for fear of diminishing the power of their words. At the same time, they actively search to catch people doing something that merits carefully thought out and well spoken words of kindness. Champions know a little praise goes a long way in making people happy. An honest compliment might be remembered for years to come. Kind words cost nothing, yet they accomplish so much. World class performers know all doors open to praise and courtesy, and more significantly, all hearts open too. The great ones praise to lighten the load, ease the burden, and warm the heart. They know most people are lonely, afraid, or suffering through some kind of painful situation that's invisible to the rest of the world. Champions are a beacon of light in a cloudy, stormy, unpredictable world. Armed with praise, they are the ultimate force for good. Let's talk about praise.
Well, even more so now, most people are lonely, afraid, and suffering through some kind of painful situation that's invisible to the rest of the world.
One
Yeah.
of the classes that I taught on Saturday, after the class, one of the people went to the hostess um, and said, when you invited me to this emotions class, I thought, oh my gosh, she knows.
Ah,
Because a few years ago, around this time of year, apparently her family was in a terrible accident, and this time of year brings back the trauma
mhm.
for that. So it is really fascinating that she felt so vulnerable. Like everybody knows, I'm so emotional right now, but it's invisible, right? That's the kind of thing that is just invisible to other people. Most people are like, oh my gosh, thank goodness nobody died. And then you just like move on, right? And even if someone did die after a year or 2 years or, something like that, then a lot of people are not thinking about it anymore. But the person who went through it is still going through it, right? So, yeah.
Mhm. That made me think I need to reach out to somebody.
Oh, well, good. Do it. And give
So
them
it,
some kind words.
But I think we all crave praise and good job. And
Yeah. No,
so what do you think
I
about if somebody doesn't praise and they say no, don't say that. Is
oh,
that
like
mm,
if they don't like it.
yeah, like some of my grandchildren have said that to me. I don't want you to tell me good job.
oh,
Almost like they think it's a coercive or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
You
I don't
know,
know. It probably
when I study this in my parenting books, we often will give like praise on the job they did, but something that's more beneficial is praising the efforts they did. And so rather than being like, okay, this is good because maybe they drew this picture and you're like, oh, this looks so good. And like maybe they didn't put any effort into it and it looks trash and they know it looks like trash. And so then they think you're lying. But if just asking questions um, how do you feel about it? Um, and also their effort, it can be a little bit more meaningful.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
yeah, effort.
And another thought that I had, I always talk a lot about this. You could save the world and you'd still have people really mad at you. And if we take that understanding of, right, you're gonna have these people that are mad at you. If you're not saving the world and you're doing typical everyday things, most people really aren't going to be a champion for that person. And so if you can help motivate them and see, okay, you really are making a difference, you are making an impact. Most everyone in the world has multiple people in their lives that will just be there to tear them down, to hold them back. But it's very rare to find someone that will lift others up.
yeah.
Mm,
No, that's true. Thank you, Sean. Truth.
it's a good practice to get in the habit of to lavishly praise people.
And often,
Yeah, and I wonder really how that would, not in the case of the grandkids, but I'm not sure why they do that. Maybe they're trying to be humble. I don't know. But I wonder how many lives that would turn around.
right?
But we know that we've heard of incidents when people interacted with people that were almost ready to end it and they change their mind, and they say, you saved me, just because they had a kind word or a smile or something kind of simple.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Found their worth in some small way.
Yeah, it's tragedy what we miss, isn't it?
Oh, it's true. It's true. Um, I was thinking also, I mean, I came up this weekend and we did a lot of things, and I think every one of you sent me a text telling me how much you appreciate me coming and thanking me for for the time. So you guys are already in the habits. And I probably should have texted you first and said, thank you so much for setting up these classes and making it our businesses grow together. So thank you. All right,
That's
our
good.
action step for today, make a commitment to become a praise finder, always looking for praiseworthy behavior to reward with words. Once this world-class habit becomes a part of your everyday consciousness, be aware of the impact it has on your relationships with others. When dealing with and communicating with other people, remember, most of us are starved for praise, no matter how high a position we occupy. That's really powerful. And I really do think that if my first husband had given me any praise at all, I probably would have stayed. I was desperate for a pat on the head. So, yeah.
Wait, do you have to be kind of well adjusted to be able to do that?
Give praise
Yeah.
or get or receive praise. Maybe both.
Yeah, but maybe both. Maybe both.
Maybe both. We need more emotional work done. I do know that one of the thing that I learned from Kirk Duncan is and also the other girl that worked for him, Anne Washburn, she had that talk about like, don't dump your cup. When someone's telling you you did a good job, then say thank you and put it in your heart. And don't be like, oh yeah, but I da 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 da,
It wasn't good
Yeah.
enough.
you're
Or
just
say,
dumping it
oh,
out.
it was nothing, really, it was nothing. But I've tried to adopt that. Just say, "Oh, thank you." And
Yeah.
sometimes it's hard to choke that, but
Yeah, it can be because, and especially if it does feel like it was nothing. I heard a woman last week at a mother's group. I think it was 2 weeks ago at a mother's group. She was talking about how when she was a kid, they would go and do some support, like in the soup kitchen or something like that, and people would say thank you. And her dad said to her, they don't have money or any way that they can pay for this. So the only thing they can give you is their thanks. And if you don't accept their thanks, then it makes them really feel much less than they already are feeling. And so you need to say thank you. That's what they can give is their gratitude. And I thought that was really powerful too, because it does feel like, when you give someone a compliment and they could brush it all off, then it's basically like they're telling you you're dumb. Right? You're like, that didn't feel good. Like, no, I'm serious. Like, why do I have to like work so hard to convince you that you did a great job?
hmm.
You know? So,
And then you can express praise to them and be like, thank you so much for reaching out. I appreciate your kind words or like your friendship or something. And so you're
yes,
just passing the circle on.
give it back to them as well because they're starving for praise too. Good point. Love it. Great point. All right, we have 3 minutes until we're going to hop on our product call. Is there anything else that you need help with or want to discuss before we switch calls?
Are you going to turn off the recording?
I can. If you're catching us on the recording, give us your comments and thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you soon.